Proof Positive? What's up, brother? Good morning. Good morning. I don't know if I like this lighting like this though. I like this one better. All right. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Hope everyone's doing good. God bless you, everybody. Tap the screen. YouTube. Welcome, everybody coming in on YouTube. Appreciate everybody. What's up, Anthony? How you doing? Good morning. God bless. Hope everybody's doing great. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Hope everybody went to church yesterday. Nah, no TikTok studio, bro. My laptop can't handle streaming both YouTube and TikTok right now. It's just not. My laptop is just not made for streaming, man. I got it a long time ago, and I gotta update my laptop, bro. I'm gonna need like a good 2K, extra 2K to invest in that. What's up, El Jefe? How you doing? God bless. Good to see you guys. Yeah, Chloe, you're gonna come in here and troll. This is what happens. You get muzzled like a little dog. Look at the trolls coming in. Look at the trolls coming in. That's crazy. What's up, Ryder? Good morning. Yeah, and then the Muslims be the first ones to insult like that, but then the minute you say anything about their prophet or whatever, they start crying. They start crying. Oh yeah, that cuts to the Jet Fund for sure, bro. Yeah, for sure. What's up, Tony? Good morning. Best live on TikTok and YouTube. I'm ready for some smoked muzzies and a side of shark. Amen, brother. Amen. El Jefe, doing good, brother. Hope you and your fiance are well. Yeah, we're doing great, man. Gearing up for this wedding this upcoming Saturday. 2026 in the Dawa script already played out. They're waiting for the new update. Bro, they ain't gonna get no update. They're gonna be waiting a long time. They're gonna be waiting a long time. This Saturday, yeah. This Saturday, guys, is gonna be the wedding. So really excited to finally get it over with. And we wanted to get married sooner. Obviously, we didn't plan for no big, crazy wedding or anything like that. We just wanted to make sure we get married in the Orthodox Church. Unfortunately, just the way things were going about, this Saturday was literally the earliest date we were able to get married. From the moment we got engaged in August, we try to get married as soon as possible, but the way the Orthodox Church works and everything, it's like it's not that easy. You gotta go through a whole process. So unfortunately, we had to wait. But it's this Saturday, and we're excited. So really excited. Thank you, Hefe. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Keep tapping the screen, guys. If you guys are so good, why don't you go and debate, real debate, Orthodox, brother? Listen, New King, do you understand that I get like about 5 people a day that say the same thing? You understand that like he's not really, like, I understand you guys like him a lot, but he's not as great as you think he is. He's very popular though. His marketing is really good. And I've already debated him. When he came up to debate me one-on-one, he needed help. You could watch the video on my YouTube, brother. So I think this guy's a Christian. What's up, Ryder? You're a Christian, right?
What's up, bro? God bless. But I have a question for you.
Yeah. What faith are you? You're a Christian?
Well, I'm a Christian, yeah.
Okay, Trinitarian,
I'm a
right?
Trinitarian.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, what's up, bro?
So I mean, I'm a baby Christian, as most say.
Okay.
But what is the biggest contention with atheism? Because there's a live that I'm on, and the host argues that they have no objective, subjective opinions. I think that's what he holds to.
Yeah, bro. So look into the argument for motion. So basically, how it works is like this, brother. Like everybody would have to should acknowledge at least, because not everybody will, that change exists. Change is a
Hmm.
real thing. Okay. If change is real, then that means everything that we see around us that changes is caused by something, because change is only done by a cause. So if you
Right.
evaluate everything in our life, everything that changes has a cause to it. It exists because it was caused by something, right? And
Hmm.
if we go all the way back to and take that all the way back, there has to be a being that is uncaused that started this whole thing. Has to be. If not, then we would go back into an infinite regress, meaning that time is not real, because time is the measurement of change, meaning that everything just always was, and we can never get to a logical explanation as to how everything started. Because if everything was caused by something else to exist and that keeps going back infinitely, then our whole perception of reality is off.
So, I mean, I'm not well versed, and my uncle's agnostic, and we were talking about it at like a Christmas party. We
Hmm.
were just talking about it at a table, and he said he didn't hold to any theories of the Big Bang. So, I mean, I couldn't really advance the conversation like whatsoever.
Yeah, that's
He
why
said
that's
that,
why anybody who experiences reality is gonna admit that change is a real thing. If change is a real thing, the other thing you can admit that everything that exists that changes has a cause to it. You can't name something in our reality that doesn't have a cause. That something didn't cause it to exist. Make sense?
yeah, yeah,
So if we
um,
reduce everything down to the very first thing that we have in our reality, all the way back in time, there has to be a necessary there has to be a necessary being, a being that is uncaused that started all of this. Otherwise, if that's not true, then everything goes back to infinity. And that would be absurd.
and I guess, do you think a good argument would be the what is the Roman dude's name that wrote about Jesus being?
Yeah, you wouldn't, brother, for an atheist, you can't go into the whether Jesus was true or not yet. They have to
Or you wouldn't
first
be able to?
no, no, no. In order to accept Christianity, you have to first acknowledge there's a God, right? So if
Mhm.
somebody's agnostic, you don't take them down to historical evidence of Jesus or anything, you know?
Oh,
Not unless they ask, then you can present it. But
okay.
if somebody doesn't believe in God, you can show them all the historical evidence. They're going to be like, I don't care. Like, that doesn't mean anything to me. All that evidence is contingent on somebody already believing in a necessary being or God.
But they'd just be denying history, no?
No, they could just be like, yeah, okay, I see what you mean. There's an empty tomb. There was a guy named Jesus. Okay, what does that mean? There's God. You see what I mean? Like, they're just going to just be like, okay, these guys were just crazy, you know?
One more question before you, like, deal with everybody else.
Hmm.
What is the biggest argument for the miracles that have happened in the Bible?
Yeah, there is not an argument for it, bro. It's either you
There
believe it or
isn't. So,
no,
like,
no.
if someone just claims, "I don't believe that all the miracles happened in the Bible," that's why I don't believe
More than
that.
likely, it's because they don't believe in God. You need to first get them to believe in God, and then miracles
Okay.
become more plausible.
Sure. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No
Like,
problem, brother.
it really helped me.
Anytime. Join my Discord, okay? We have a Bible study tonight.
Is it in your?
Yeah,
Uh,
my link tree, click it, and if it doesn't work, just add me as a friend, and I'll send it to you. My name is Bear the Image on there.
okay, I got you. Thank you.
All right, brother. God bless.
God bless.
What's up?
Yo, so Allah means God,
Yeah,
and there's
yeah.
all types
But
of
you, but
gods.
you're a little kid, bro. You can't be up here. No offense. I wouldn't
Okay,
mind talking to you, but TikTok has rules. Like you have to be 18.
I don't know.
All right,
I
brother.
know.
But I'll answer what you were saying in the chat. Yeah, Allah means God, but it's a name for the Islamic God, and we don't worship the same God. So, yep. Anyways, good question. W. Ryder trying to bring his family to the truth, the truth, the truth. So keep tapping the screen, guys. Let's get this thing
Hey,
going.
sir, how you doing?
What's up? How are you?
I'm good. Why you say Allah is a Islamic God? Because if you look on Jewish, they say Allahum.
No, they
So
don't. They say Elaha. That was
Allah,
in
ilaha
Aramaic, and
is
in Hebrew it's Elohim.
so it's same Allah. It's a God wherever it's.
It's not the same God, though.
It's just language, you know.
It's not the same
You
God,
say
though.
in English.
It's not the same God, though. It's not the same God.
Okay.
I don't care if the language is the same. It's not the same God. If there's a guy named John over in Florida and there's another guy named John in California, are they the same human just because they're both named John?
Okay. Did you think that
Can you answer the
God?
question? Can you answer the question? If there's a John in Florida and a John in California, are they
Mhm.
both the same human being just because their name is John?
Okay, can you
Can you answer that question, please?
you? Of course.
It's just a yes or no, bro. It's not a trick question.
No.
We all know the answer.
Okay, no.
Exactly. Okay. So then the name or what you're attributing a word to, just because it's the same or similar or whatever the case is, doesn't mean it's the same being, bro.
You ask me and I answer you. Can I ask you?
What are you asking me, bro?
So I'm asking you if like Adam and Abraham and Noah and Moses, they pray to Jesus. And did you think like a
Yes.
man
Yes,
can
they
be a
did.
God? Where can you show me in the Bible?
Yes, they worship the triune God. You
They
see,
worship to God. I'm asking.
yeah, to
you,
God
they
who is
worship
who
Jesus.
is triune. You see Abraham, who's according to Islam, who is the word of the Lord?
The Lord is Allah.
Who's the word of
Only
Allah,
God.
though? Who is called the word of Allah in Islam?
In Islam, there is a God and there is
Brother,
the word of God
which
and
one of
there
the
is a
prophets,
prophet.
which one of the prophets in
The
Islam is
okay,
called the word of
okay,
Allah?
okay. The prophet is Jesus.
Thank you. Okay. So if you go to Genesis chapter 15, it says the word of Allah appeared to Abraham and spoke to him. When you go to John chapter 8, Jesus tells the Pharisees that he met Abraham, that Abraham met him and he had a conversation with him and he was looking forward to his day. So he's referencing Genesis 15 when the word of Allah, who is Jesus, according to Muslims and Christians, showed up to Abraham.
What's that mean?
What's what mean? Do you not know English?
That doesn't mean that Abraham pray for Jesus.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, you
Hold
have
on,
to
bro.
look like
Hold on,
you
dude.
have.
Hold on, dude. Hold on.
Mhm.
The word of the Lord came to Abram in a vision.
What's
Fear
that
not.
mean?
Fear
Sorry,
not.
sorry.
The word that means the word of the Lord appeared to him. Who's the word of
Now,
Allah?
the words of that's mean Abraham is a prophet and God sent him.
No, it's in a vision. Do you hear God's message or do you see it? Which one?
I didn't see that Abraham.
Brother, when you
pray
hear
for
God, are you
Jesus.
hearing it audibly or do you see it?
Where is it? Where is it? Show me.
Oh my God, bro. Sorry, dude. We don't like your language barrier is like it's too bad, bro. Like
No,
you can't keep track, brother. It's too much, brother. Like you don't understand the words I'm saying. Like literally don't understand the words I'm saying. All right, guys. Keep tapping the screen. Keep tapping the screen. Terrence, thank you so much for the YouTube membership. YouTube member, congratulations, brother. Welcome to the YouTube membership. You have access to also the Bible studies when they're being recorded. I think I need to upload some, actually. That reminds me. So I'll try to get on that today. But then obviously the emojis and so forth, guys. So thank you so much, Terrence, for being a part of the YouTube membership. What's up, Kudra? Is that Shine Poe on your profile pic?
Hi,
What's up? What faith are you?
how you doing?
Doing good. What faith are you?
Muslim.
All right, what you got, man?
Muslim. Yep.
What's up, bro? What you got, man? You got an argument or
I
what?
am
What's
a
up?
Muslim.
I heard you, man. I heard you. What you got? You got an argument or what?
Allah is a God.
Is
Allah
it
is a God.
okay?
Yeah.
All right, bro. Take it easy, man. I'm not even gonna go down there. I'm not even gonna start talking to that person. These people, bro, that like can't even speak English, man. Like, look, if you guys can't speak English good, like, please, like, no thanks, okay? Like, it's not gonna work out. No offense. New King, bro. Yes, bro. Bring Libiano over here if he's gonna listen to you. He's not gonna come here, bro. Hey Bear, is your Discord in your bio? It's in my link tree in the bio. Make sure you try to open the link outside of the browser, the TikTok browser, because then it won't work. So, Adnan, bro, you don't speak English, man. Like, I can't, dude. I can't speak to you, bro. I can't speak to you. Yo, New King, are you just like a bot, bro? Like, seriously? Like, what is wrong with you, man? If you, why don't you like copy some of Libiano's arguments and just come up here and see how well it will go for you? Hey Bear, I'm a Christian. I have one question. If I can request up, yeah, go ahead. I don't got anybody else in the box, so come up and request. Good day, Bear, and everyone. Hope all is well. Hope all is well with you, brother. Hope all is well. Hit him with the Dawa robot, bro. Like these Libiano bots, like come in, like you're scared to Libiano. Go challenge him. Go do this. Go do that. Da, 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 da. Like, bro, shut up.
Yo, what's up, Bear?
What's up?
So yeah, I was in a live a couple days ago, or like a couple weeks ago, with some Muslims, and they brought me to a scripture. I think it was in Matthew, where a woman came up to Jesus asking to heal her daughter,
Yeah,
but he looked at her. Yeah, he called her a dog. So
Okay.
basically, but like that wasn't the argument they were trying to make. It's like, look, Jesus is calling people dogs, but they didn't understand the historical or narrative at all, which is okay, because I don't expect that from them. But some I don't know if I wasn't explaining it right, but I was trying. They tried to make the claim that the reason that Jesus didn't heal the woman was because she wasn't Jewish and he was only there to heal Jewish people. And I was like, well, that's clearly untrue, because why would he heal the centurion's daughter?
He did end up healing her though. What the hell?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they're saying, oh, he changed his mind. God doesn't change his mind. I'm like, that's not what happened. He was convicted by her faith, and he chose to heal her out of her faith, not because of, oh, you know what, this is my mission to heal her, is her daughter. But so like my question was like what's a good way to explain that to someone who just like
Bro, the
because
Muslims
they
are
were just-
the real explanation for this. The Muslims are never gonna accept it, bro.
Okay,
I don't even know
okay,
why you would
thank you.
don't even go down that path, bro. Because
Thank
the
you.
explanation to this is much deeper than just like a simple explanation. Like there's you understand that there's, and this is for everybody else. Okay, so the question is like the Samaritan woman who asked for her daughter to be healed, and Jesus at first denies her, says, "I'm only here for the lost sheep of Israel first," right? And then he calls her. He says, "You know, I don't give the food first. Basically, he has priorities. He doesn't give it to the dogs, right?" Calls her a dog, and she's like, "Well, even the dogs get the crumbs off the table." And then he says, "Well, your faith has healed her," basically, right? And this happens again with the centurion man, etc. All right, so here's the deal, guys. When Genesis 3 happened, okay, when Adam and Eve ate from the tree, it completely split heaven and earth. Heaven and earth were created originally, joined together. When the fall of humanity happened, there's a split that happened, a major cosmos shift. Okay, it's not the way God intended. Okay, God always intended heaven and earth to be united, okay, and together. But Adam and Eve's decision, unfortunately, caused a split. Okay, and the whole theme of the Bible is, how is heaven and earth going to rejoin together? Well, it cannot rejoin together if human corruption still exists, because as it says at the end of Genesis 3, humans cannot stay corrupted everlasting. That's like, it's bad. It's not good. So there has to be a healing to the humanity first before heaven and earth can be united. And the whole Old Testament is pointing towards the solution to this that is addressed in Genesis 3:15, which is the seed of the woman who will crush the head of the snake, which is the Messiah. Okay? So the Messiah is the solution to all of this. Okay? But when the Messiah comes, as is prophesied in Isaiah 49, verse 6, he will come first for Israel and then for the rest of the nations. He will gather up Israel first, because Israel was the chosen one, the firstborn, and then the rest of the nations will be blessed. Okay, so there's an order as to how this is going to happen. However, everyone's going to get blessed. It's not like he's favoring Israel. It's just an order. Okay, everyone's going to get healed and everybody's going to get blessed. But what ends up happening is, like, just as Israel got to experience heaven on earth in glimpses, because you start to see moments throughout all of the Bible, you start to see Noah have this, Abraham have this, Isaac have this, Jacob have this, Moses have this, David have this, Solomon. All of these people start to experience glimpses of heaven and earth joined together. It's not actually joined together in time, but they experience a moment in their life where they have heaven and earth. Okay, and I don't have time to go through every single moment of those, right? The way that happens is through their faith, through their obedience, is when they experience heaven on earth. Okay, and we can all experience the kingdom of God, heaven on earth, through faith and through the experience of the Holy Spirit. When we're in the presence of the Holy Spirit, we're experiencing heaven on earth. But did heaven and earth really come back together yet? The answer is no. But we can get glimpses of it if we have faith. So what Jesus is showing through the Samaritan woman and the centurion man is that even though the order was not for the Gentiles yet, not for the lost sheep of Israel yet, or it was only for the lost sheep of Israel first, their faith was able to get them an expedited view of what was going to happen after his resurrection. So it was through their faith that they were able to experience that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that was extremely well said, and I completely resonate that, because I think people sometimes forget, like, the full intent was in the story of redemption was for heaven to come back to earth, because we were once in the presence of God, dwelling with Him. That was heaven, and then we were cut off from that supply. So God's ultimate goal was also always restoration.
And it's a paradox, brother, because listen, heaven and earth, they're not restored and united again. They haven't been, right? That won't happen until the eschaton. That won't happen until Christ comes back. Okay. However, Christ says two things. There's two things that the Christ and the apostles would say. Christ is saying the kingdom is at hand, but then they would say the kingdom is coming, right? So which one is it? Is it here or is it not here? It's both, right? Both. It's here through the church, right? Through the body of Christ, that we are grafted in through baptism by receiving the Holy Spirit. When that happens and we're grafted into the church, that is the kingdom of God. That is the unification of heaven and earth, okay? Is when the kingdom of God is together, the church is together, the body of Christ. When two or more are gathered in my name, I will be here. That is heaven and earth in those glimpses. We get those glimpses of heaven and earth just like the previous prophets did, okay? However, those are just moments within the church. The world and the natural world is not united back with heaven on earth, right? With heaven and earth. So that won't actually happen. That healing of the natural world won't happen until Christ returns, right? But spiritually, we can have glimpses of the moments of heaven and earth together through the body of Christ. And so it's both, right? The kingdom is here through the church, and the kingdom is coming because the whole world will be healed and will be redeemed.
Okay, I'm glad I wasn't going crazy and I wasn't explaining it to them well. So it seems I was just throwing my pearls before swine. Okay, well, thank you so much. I really appreciate your content. You're amazing, and I'm really appreciative.
Join my Discord. We got Bible study tonight, so it's a free Bible study.
Please. Is it in your bio?
Yes, it's in my bio.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much.
All right. If it doesn't work, the link, it's in my bio. Hit the link tree, and then the Discord link is in the link tree. Try to open it outside of your TikTok browser because sometimes TikTok, like, I don't know, messes it up.
Yeah, move it to an
That
external browser.
exactly. But if that still doesn't work, just add me as a friend as Bear the Image. Anybody who adds me as a friend, I just automatically send the link. So
Okay,
yep.
perfect. Thank you so much.
All right, brother. God bless.
God bless.
3 God, man. Yeah, but you can't come up here and prove it's 3 gods. Oh man, guys, if you guys want to have a better understanding of heaven and earth coming together and splitting apart, I do have a course called Bear Foundations. It's in my link. Okay, it's only for people who are serious about the Bible though, so it's not free. Okay, and basically I take everything I learned, like the fundamentals of understanding our theology that took me over 3 years to understand. I condense it down to a course where we're breaking it down and all of it is in Genesis chapter 1 through 11. So we're breaking it all down. So it is in the process of still recording live. I think we have about four classes already recorded. So if you get the course, you'll be able to watch those classes, and you'll be able to join the live recording this upcoming Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You don't have to, but you can if you join the course today. You'll be able to ask questions at the end of when I teach the class. So that's pretty cool that you have the opportunity to do that right now. But like I said, you don't have to. You'll own all the recordings if you join the course. So if you guys are interested in more deeper dives into the Bible like that, and want something a little bit more serious, I do offer a course that you guys can join. It's open for everybody. The other thing is, if you don't have the funds for that course, no worries. We do have a free Bible study that I offer every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's in my Discord. I already talked about it. So you can go ahead and do it. Yes, there's a link tree in the bio, Isabella. And when you click the link tree, the very first link is going to say Bear Foundations. That is the course. So you can join that. Can we get TikTok chat showing on the chat replay on the screen, or is that bugged? You know what? I'll work on that. It's not that it's bugged. I just haven't done it yet. I'll work on that though. I'll work on it. Inshallah. Inshallah. See if I can get TikTok chat going. It'll probably bring more engagement. So I agree. Maybe I could do that right now, actually. Hold on. The problem is with me doing that is like the way I would stream it may bring sound to it. And I'm not trying to bring any sound. Here, let me see if I could do it, inshallah. One second. TikTok, give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if I could try to put it on YouTube so they can see you guys. The hell, bro? Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work yet. Let's see. We're on the same network. Ooh, I know what's going on. Hold on. Now it should work. Hold on. I may be able to do it, guys. Hold on. As long as the sound doesn't echo, I may be able to do it. So give me 1 second. Okay. All right, let me see. Okay. No. Oops. I messed something up again. All right, brother. God bless. God bless. Happy to see that. Happy to see that. Yo, where are the ops at today? They don't like this topic? The hell? All right, the TikTok thing ain't working yet, guys. I'll try to figure it out. Let's see if I make
Hello?
it better. What's up?
Yeah. So basically, I'm Christian, yeah. But I was wondering like how you got so much knowledge of the Bible though, because like I want to increase my knowledge because I have like a debate coming up soon. I'm debating Muslim, and I want to get my knowledge up. So yeah.
Brother, if you don't have the knowledge yet, you shouldn't be debating, brother. You should learn the Bible
No.
first, brother. The stuff
All right,
I'm talking about is like very basic theological things. Look, if you want to, I have a course that I'm offering. It's for people that are serious, so it's not free. Okay, it's not a free course, but it's everything I've learned in over 3 years on how to interpret the Bible. I condense it down to, it's probably going to be like a 10 to 11 hour course. Okay, and you can have it. You'll own the recordings. So the link is in my bio on the link tree. It's called Bear Foundations, Christ from the Beginning. And if you're serious about it, get the course, and you can
Like,
watch that.
I have basic knowledge of the Bible. Like I've been a Christian for a while. Like I know about the Trinity and all this, but like when they say like for example like, oh the Bible is corrupt and like have many authors, like I want to know how to like refute against that.
Yeah, brother, you're just gonna. I mean, dude, it's not something that I can just tell you right now, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
I get you.
yeah, it's like you understand. Like, this is our like years I've studied this. And for you to be like, how do I refute that? It depends on what argument it is, right? If you want a specific argument refuted, like a refutation for it, you can bring a specific argument, and I'll tell you the answer. But to give you a whole breakdown of what I've learned throughout the years right now to cover every track of that, it's just not. This is not what this is. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't make sense for me to do that.
I understand. Yeah.
But if you have something specific that you need help with, then fine. You know what I mean? Like, but you can come to me. You can join the Discord. If you join my Discord, sometimes like if I'm not available or you didn't get a chance to ask on the live, you can ask the question in the Discord, and either myself or somebody else will answer your questions. But
thank you for your time.
Yeah, you're welcome, brother. If the Discord link is telling you it's invalid, guys, you got to open it out in an external browser. Don't open it in TikTok. Okay? Open it on an external browser. It should work. If that still doesn't work, though, just add me as a friend on Discord. Just bear the image, just like it is here. Everybody who adds me as a friend, I add them right back, and I immediately send them a server link. I don't even look at the message. I just send it. So, yeah. So then just add me as a friend, brother, because it works for some and it doesn't work for others. I have no clue why. Just it's TikTok, really. So, anyways, guys, tap the screen, guys. I know I started a little bit earlier than normal. I started a little bit earlier than normal, so I know that the algorithm is not, it's not going to push it as much right now. So we're going to need some taps. We're only at 11K on TikTok, and that's not going to cut it, unfortunately. Mod, you were born Christian, thinking about converting to Islam. Come on up. Let me tell you why Islam don't make no sense, gang. Come on up. It don't make no sense, gang. Don't you even think about converting to that, bro. It's gonna mess up your brain once you do. Brain rot. Complete brain rot. All right, I guess you ain't joining. All right, cool. All right, man. I guess we got to deal with this guy for now. This guy don't even speak English. Oh, good, he left. Never mind. Mod, what you doing, bro? Come up. Why you keep my phone's gonna die, bro? No, it's not, man. Go get your charger, bro. All right, Maria. Good morning. Good to see you. Peace and love of Jesus Christ. Michael Hillier. Good to see you. Good morning, brother. Good to see you. Inshallah.
Jesus is not God.
Hey. Hello.
Jesus
Hello.
is mighty God.
Hello.
God, you
Hey, brother. Hey, listen.
Listen, little kid.
Jesus.
Listen, little kid. I'm the monster underneath your bed, little boy. Don't you dare talk. Don't you dare talk to me that way, little boy. You understand me? Do you hear me? Answer me.
How is Jesus?
Answer me. Answer me.
Shut the fuck up.
Did you clean your room? Did you clean your room, little boy? Did you clean your room, little boy? Hello, little boy. I'm the monster in your closet. Don't you ever in your life disrespect Jesus Christ again, or I will haunt you for the rest of your life. And you better make sure you clean your room and you take out that garbage. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because if I hear that your mother is complaining about you, I will haunt you until the day you unalive. Do you hear me? Exactly.
And that's what you do to little kids. They want to come up here and troll, just troll them right back. Bad ass little kid, right? He thought he was going to come up here and troll. Bro, ain't going to happen. Somebody say he traumatized now. Good. That's what he gets. That's what he gets, little badass little kid, bro. What you doing here, man? Go to school. Go to school. Badass little kid, bro. Man, be quiet. Birdie Image, I have a TikTok friend that wants to come up and debate the Trinity. Well, bring him here, bro. Why are they not coming here? I'm waiting for somebody to refute me. Bro, that's disgusting to say that N-word. Did he say the N-word, guys? I didn't even hear him. Badass little kid. If he's saying that N-word, bro, you a badass little kid, bro. I bet you he won't say that N-word in real life. He'll get his ass whooped. Boy, like, I know back in the day when I used to play Call of Duty, bro, that's when back in the day when Call of Duty didn't have all them filters like they got today. Bro, back in the day before they had AI to filter you, bro, man, between rounds, them chat rooms was vicious, bro. The most foul, disgusting racial slur. Yeah, COD lobbies were wild, bro. Disgusting. MW2, exact. Hey, Modern Warfare 2 people know what I'm talking about, bro. Like, I'm talking about the first Modern Warfare 2, not the COVID Modern Warfare 2, even though the COVID one probably was bad too. Bro, the old COD lobbies were ruthless, bro. NW2 lobbies were slumlords. Exactly, bro. They were like grimy. Exactly. Capture and destroy lobby, like search and destroy, you mean. Search and destroy lobbies. You know, bro, between rounds, man. Especially like, and for some reason, like, I guess the way I talk, people think first of all, they know I'm not white by the way I'm talking. But a lot of times they would think I'm black. I'm not black. And they would start saying the craziest stuff to me, bro. Yeah, bro, Call of Duty today, if you say anything even close to being bad, bro, your account's cooked, bro. You're banned. I think they give you like a warning, like a 7-day ban at first or something. What up, Hamza? Hamza, you got a lot of noise, bro. Hamza, you got a lot of noise, man. Like, I can't keep you on the stage if you got all that noise, man. So I'm gonna bring you back up, but you got to get rid of that noise. All right, bro. All right. See you later, bro. Anyways, yeah, Call of Duty lobbies back in the day were vicious, bro. They still toxic to this day. Yeah, but you get banned. Like I have a couple friends of mine that get now, like they still play. Because I was playing Warzone, so I wasn't playing that long ago. I haven't played in like, I don't know, like a year or two. But yeah, like a couple of my friends that still play, they're like, yo, like you say anything crazy, like anything, like the slightest little thing. I think one of my friends got banned over nothing. Like, he literally didn't say anything. He just got banned one day. It's crazy. Probably like rage quit or something, and then he got banned. Yeah, and COD players are like sharks to blood when they catch a black scent. Yeah, exactly. But I don't even think I have I don't even think I like. I don't know. I just talk normal. But anyways, I could tell. Like, I understand like how somebody would know I'm not white, but I also don't think I sound black. I love COD, but Medal of Honor was my game. Medal of Honor was good though. Wait, hold on. I think Medal of Honor turned into Call of Duty, didn't it? Wasn't it? Oh no, it was a different game. You're probably right. I think it was Medal of Honor and Call of Duty competing when Call of Duty first came out. So we used to play Counter-Strike at Internet Cafe. Bro, Counter-Strike was, I remember when Counter-Strike first came out, bro. I mean, people still play that, I think. So, hey, bro, hey, bro, are we children of God before baptism? No, we're not. It's a slight New York accent, definitely not black. Okay, yeah, so that I can understand. So like, if you and it's not new, it's, I mean, I guess it would be similar, but I'm originally from Jersey. But I've lived outside of Jersey for so long, so it's kind of like it's mixed with something else. I don't even know what to say it is. It's bad I can't charge my phone. My phone charger is far. I'm in bed. Bro, Mod, your phone charger is far. You're in bed. That's why you don't want to come up here. You've been saying your phone's going to die for like 20 minutes, bro. You could have already been up on stage explaining this for 20 minutes. You're still commenting saying my phone's going to die. And the reason why you're not going to get your charger is because you're in bed, bro. Bro, you just got to be a troll, man. This whole time he could have been up here. His phone's still alive, supposedly. Dude, what are you doing, man? I just don't want to be loud, bruh. I just don't, bro, you don't have to be loud. Whisper. Put on headphones. Nah, bro, I don't do the whole voice the comments type thing, man. Just come up. I think what it is you don't want to come up here and get embarrassed. You don't want to come up here and get embarrassed. So you one of the only people who don't have their charger somewhere near the, exactly, bro. Exactly. Crazy, man. I just don't want to be loud if it's the more, bro. Go to another room, man. Are you like a little kid or something? I'll debate you. You just gotta send the telegram, bro, for real. Crazy one is, bro. I don't even know what you're asking me to explain. I don't even know what you're asking me to explain. But even if I did know, brother, like you trying to gaslight me into making it seem like I'm the one that's scared. when you clearly are making bogus excuses as to why you can't come up here? You trying to gaslight us all into thinking it's me, that I'm the problem? Bro, get your ass up here, bro. What you doing? The hell, bro? Anyways, tap the screen. Guys, we are at 15,000 likes on TikTok, bro. This is embarrassing. Like, we're almost an hour in and only have 15K. Yeah, Kinta, but I bet you if you're a man of your father, I bet you won't. I bet it won't. You won't do it. But if you're a man of your father, if you really are a man, you would hit that request button. Only do that if you're true. If you're male. If your gender says male, and you actually have like some balls, then hit the request button. But if you don't hit that request button, okay? And when you don't hit the request button, bro, go put on the hijab, okay? Go put on the hijab. See, El Jefe is tapped in. He understands what I'm doing, bro. He understands I'm putting out the bait, bro. El Jefe is tapped in. He know this is how they function, bro. This is how you know this religion is crazy. They feed, it feeds the carnal, like they just all carnal. Just that's all they do. That's their compass of morality. It's just their flesh. He's tapped in, bro. He understands what's going on. He understands the mission. All right, man. Where's this Kenta guy? Yo, hey, here, Mod, dude. I'm tired of you talking about your phone's gonna die, and you're still in the chat talking. So now you're muzzled, and go charge your phone, bro. See you later. Now the only way you can talk is on stage. How about that? Now either you got to leave the live or come up on stage if you want to talk, or stay muzzled like a good puppy, quiet in the corner charging your phone. Crazy, man. Fight that bad, Aki, bro. He's terrified to come up here, bro. Shivering. He wanna chirp in the chat so he can so if he gets refuted, he doesn't feel like he got exposed. He wants to chirp from the back of the room. Hey, how could Jesus be God? And then dip when things go bad. He wants to be able to go out the back door when things get bad. That's why he's chirping in the chat like that. You don't want to get on stage where he's going to get exposed and start stuttering. You're afraid to get out of the bed because of the jinns. Yeah, bro. And I think Shaitan can piss in your ear, all kinds of stuff, bro. All kinds of stuff, man. They're about to crawl in them nostrils. Yeah, I know. That's what you gotta do, wudu, bro, before you like start open up that Quran. Cause you gotta like, you know what I'm saying? All the way out there. Uncle Sam give you the Bible, bro. What are you talking about, man? Like legit, what are you saying? Kenta the type of dude to cry in the Modern Warfare 2 lobbies. Yeah, bro, for sure. John 8:58 separates Jesus and God, but only ignorant fools worship a Messiah and not God. How does John 8:58 separate him and God, bro? Like legit. I didn't realize 2 days ago I was looking in Series 510 and it mentions, but Trinity. I don't know what you're saying, bro. I think maybe that might be a typo. I have no idea. Hey, Kenta. You see, now look, now you gotta be a little you gotta be a little puppy in the corner. Go sit in the corner now. We're saying bad things. Yes. January 10th, this Saturday is the wedding. Inshallah. Inshallah. Wallahi, the Muslims don't want to debate me no more, bro. That's why we got 100 and something people on TikTok, 70 something in YouTube. Wallahi, they don't want to debate me no more, bro. I completed all levels in the game, bro. All the final bosses defeated. Yeah. Thank you, Betro. Appreciate it. Yeah, tell Father Demetrius I said what's up. Yeah, it'll be this Saturday. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. We were trying to get married sooner because of our situation at the time, but we had to get a home and everything. We had to get it we had to get it in a period of time. We try to get married as soon as possible, but the way the Orthodox Church works, like it's not that easy. You have to, especially when there's a fast going on, like the Nativity fast. So the January 10th was literally the earliest day we could have gotten married since we got engaged in August. So we were trying to do it as fast as we can, but we couldn't. Trinity is the only way the Bible makes sense. Yes, I agree. Why are they scared to get on stage and get their clip now? Yeah, that's the problem with me clipping these guys. That's the problem with me clipping these guys. They start getting scared. Like Muslims do not like to get clipped, bro. Because if they get clipped too bad, they get like the belt from the Ummah. You know, the Ummah starts lashing out on them. Bear, I'm a Protestant. Is that okay? It depends on what you mean by is that okay? Is that okay for your theology and your understanding of Christ? No, it's not okay. Is that okay for you to be here? Do I consider you unsaved heathen or anything like that? No, I don't. I know Protestants still love Jesus, etc. I just think you guys are missing a big part of your theology that would really help you. What's up?
Yo, peace.
What's up? What faith are you?
What's up? So,
What faith are you?
I just want to. What faith?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a Muslim that follows only the Quran.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wanted to can you explain to me your belief?
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious because I've been reading the Bible.
No, I'm a Christian, bro.
And yeah, you're a Christian. So yeah, can you explain to me your faith? Like for example, how Jesus prayed.
Can I explain how Jesus prayed? What do you want me to explain?
Yeah, how did he pray?
Is this
How did he pray?
you wanting me to
Didn't
say?
Jesus pray?
Is this you wanting me to say he put his face on the ground like a Muslim?
No,
Okay.
I genuinely want to know.
Yeah, he prayed
No
like
debate,
this.
I'm
Our
not here to
Father.
debate or anything. I just genuinely
Well, this is a debate live, brother. So unless you have questions that you want to know, if you don't want to debate, you can ask questions.
Yeah, but this is a question.
Okay. So the question is how
But
he
this is a
prayed.
question,
So this
yeah.
is how he told the disciples to pray. Okay.
Yeah.
He said, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy
Mhm.
name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. That's how he told us how to pray. So, does that answer your question? Or
But
no?
how? Well, how? Did he stand up and say this? This.
Okay, so you do want me to say that he prostrated. That's what you wanted me to say? Why didn't you say yes? That's what you wanted me to say earlier.
I just.
Yeah, so there was
Yeah, I
time.
genuinely
There's
wanna
times
know
in the
how-
Bible. There's times in the Bible where he looks up and prays to the Father, and then there's other times where he puts his face on the ground.
Yeah, I know this because I've been studying the Bible. I've been reading it.
You have,
I
huh?
the fact is that just like Jews pray, okay, they have their rain dance, and Muslims too. They have the steps of prayer. But how do Christians pray?
Yeah, I just gave you the
Like
prayer.
this is the thing that I want to know.
I just gave you the prayer. Are you asking if we
But
pray?
how? Like, did
Brother,
he stand
when
up?
you say how, you're talking about like a position with your. I told you there's times where he
Yeah,
will look.
positions. Yeah, how?
Okay, I don't know why you want to know these positions, but I'll answer your question. Just like Jesus, he looked up to the sky and he prayed to his Father, and
Mhm.
there are times where he prostrated. We do both. We do both.
So sometimes you stand up and recite what Jesus taught his disciples.
Yes, and we
sometimes you bow
prostrate.
down
Yesterday
and
in church, I was
recite the same
prostrate.
thing.
Yesterday in church, I was prostrated to the ground with my forehead to the ground praying. We all were at church. So we do both.
Mm.
And then when we did the Our Father prayer, we were standing up, looking up in the sky. So we do both. What does this answer your question, bro? Like, I don't understand like where this is going. Like, go ahead.
No, I'm actually curious. I don't know why you're getting worked up. It's,
Because I
simple,
want
but I'm not here to manipulate you or anything
because
like
bro,
that.
because I don't really trust that this is actually like a genuine question. I think this is leading to something. So
No, this is actually
okay, so
I
look,
swear,
okay,
it's
yeah,
actually
okay,
a genuine
good,
question.
good. If it's a genuine question, I just answered your question. Now what?
But you didn't explain to me the steps.
Oh my God, dude!
You told me that
Bro,
Jesus.
you asked for. Did you not ask for
Hold
the?
on, wait.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. I said when you're asking how, are you asking for our position, like with our body? You said yes. I said there's two. We look up to the sky. We can close our eyes, or actually, there's three. We can close our eyes. We can look up to the sky, and we can prostrate. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to us.
So you can pray for 1 hour, 2 hours. Like you can.
We
stay,
could
like,
we could
stand
you could
up.
pray for 2 seconds if you want. There's a prayer called the Jesus prayer where we say, "Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me, a sinner." That is a prayer. That is good enough and it's powerful. We could do that, or we have prayers called akathis that are just like 15 to 30 minutes long that you can do, and there's several of them, so you can do it for hours if you want. It doesn't matter. Okay. Now that I answered your question, what else? What's next? Where's
you
this
answered my
going? What's
question.
next?
You answered my question.
Okay.
No,
Is there another question you have?
This isn't
Or?
going anywhere.
Okay.
No,
Is
I
there
don't
another
have any
question?
other question.
Okay, brother. All right. God bless.
No. Yeah. God bless. God bless.
Yeah, he definitely was going to an argument. He was definitely leading to something, but once he saw that I sniffed it out, he didn't want to do it anymore. What's up?
Yeah, hello. How you doing?
What's up? What's up? What faith are you?
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you claim the Trinity is logical. Can you explain why do you think it's logical?
Because it doesn't violate any of the laws of logic. What faith are you?
Why do you? Okay, I'm Muslim.
Okay, thank
but I don't know how relevant that is with what I'm asking.
What do you mean?
No, I mean, no. Just can you explain what you say? Can you explain to me really quick? I mean, assume I'm a Muslim, and I would like to learn more about the Trinity. How do you explain it to me?
Yeah, 3 distinct persons subsist within one essence.
So that's one God in 3 persons.
One God that exists as 3 persons. Yes.
Yeah. And what about the earthly Jesus? Is he also part of these 3 gods?
We don't believe the 3 persons are parts, and we don't believe there's 3 gods. But he is the second person of the 3 persons, and he incarnates. He takes on a second nature.
So Jesus can. Jesus could in theory die.
As a human, yes, and he did, and
but he
rose again.
didn't. So how do you explain the fact that God wasn't aware that he could actually, in theory, die?
The what?
How do you explain the fact that God knew he might have died?
He knew he was going to die before he did it.
Yeah, but he died, but he didn't really die. Do you think because we rose?
He truly died. He was dead for 3 days. He was dead for 3 days and then rose again.
And who was in charge of affairs?
What do you mean? Who's in charge of affairs, bro? He's God. He's
who's running the universe.
Dude, he's omnipresent. Just because he's experiencing this as a human doesn't mean he doesn't have a divine nature that's sustaining the universe.
Mm-hmm. And for you, this is very logical.
What's illogical about it, bro? You don't believe God is omnipresent?
The God is not only omnipresent. He knows everything.
So if he's omnipresent, hold on. What does brother, relax. What does omnipresent mean?
Omnipresent, present in the affairs of the universe.
No, that's not what omnipresent means. Omnipresent means he's everywhere. He's not bound to one location. He's everywhere. Right?
But
Yes,
that's
yes,
not
or
what
yes or
Christians
no?
claim.
Yes or what are you
That's
talking
not
about, bro?
what
That's
Christians
the
claim.
basic Christian theology. We believe God is omnipresent.
Which God? Jesus? Which God? Jesus God or Father God?
Once again, that's a misrepresentation of Christianity. We don't say which God because we don't believe there's multiple gods. Only one God. So God is omnipresent. So when we say there's one God, that's going to pertain to the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So God is omnipresent. That would include Jesus and his divine nature.
Okay.
Like, this is just basic Christian theology. Now, you don't have to agree with it. I know you don't believe it. That's fine. You don't
No, I'm
have
trying
to.
understand.
Let me finish,
I'm
please.
trying to understand.
Let me finish,
Okay.
please. Let me finish.
Okay. Go ahead.
You don't have to agree with my theology or believe it.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you're going to do a
Mhm.
critique on my theology, you should at least understand what we believe, bro. Otherwise, you can't really do a critique.
Okay, so I'm not doing a critique. I'm just asking in order to understand.
Brother, no,
trying
you're
to
not. You're
understand what
actually
the
trying to
truth
you're trying to critique it, which is fine.
No, but
I want you to critique it, but what I'm saying is
what? Well,
what I'm saying is if you're going to critique it,
Mhm.
you would need to represent it correctly.
Okay, but so if I don't know, which I'm not a Christian, so obviously I don't know.
Okay, well, now look
You
here.
should
Now you know we believe in one God, not three.
And why there's three? Why are there three parts of one God? Why is that?
Once
Why-
again, so are you actually listening? Because I said earlier they're not parts. So if you're truly here to learn, you're going to absorb the information that I have and apply it to your questions. You're not going to just ignore what I'm saying and keep asking
so-
questions that misrepresent. Okay, so I'm going to repeat it again. The three
Okay.
persons are not parts; they are persons. They're distinct, but they're not parts or separate. So don't say part.
Okay, I
Don't say
understand
parts
they're
because
not
we don't
separate.
believe they're parts. Unless you want to argue, unless you want to say they are parts, or you have questions as to why they're
No.
not parts or whatever, that's fine. But we don't believe they're parts.
Oh, okay, can I ask one more question?
You
Can I
can
ask
you
you
can
a
ask
question?
more, but I'm just saying those
No, okay,
don't
just-
if you're
just
truly
trying to
here to learn.
understand-
If you're truly here to learn,
Yes,
don't be
yes, but-
disingenuous and start to ignore
No.
things and keep asking questions that
no,
misrepresent our
no,
position.
Genuinely trying.
Okay, brother, go
Okay.
ahead. What's the next question?
Okay, three persons. Can these three persons, which represent one God, be at different locations at the same time?
In creation,
In
location
creation or-
location would only apply to creation. Location requires
who's the-
time, space, and matter. That's what that requires.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. So where are the three persons in one?
God is not bound.
which-
God is not a created being, brother. He's not bound to location. Now he can manifest in a location, but it's talking about like God in his being. He's not bound to location. He's omnipresent. That's what that means.
Yeah, if God is omnipresent in everywhere, then
Mhm.
why is it that why is there the necessity to be separated into three?
So, real top G. Did you hear earlier
Mhm.
when I said they're distinct and not separate?
Okay, yeah.
But you still proceeded to ask a question as to how can this be if they're separate? Do you see my frustration here that it seems like you're purposely trying to be disingenuous with your questions?
No, not at all. I'm trying to understand it. It's really hard. Trust me. I don't know how Christians do it, but I have a real hard time understanding.
So
And
you
if
are
I'm
you are
unable
a
to
Sunni
understand-
you're a Sunni Muslim, correct?
How do you know?
I'm
How'd you guess that?
I'm asking. Are you?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. I
So
am.
you do believe that Allah has 99 distinct attributes, but somehow they're applied to one thing, which is his nature, right?
Yeah, okay.
Are those parts of Allah?
No, his attributes, and there are
So
many
they're
other.
so they're
attributes
not so okay, so then you believe there are 99 attributes that are not each other. They're different. Multiple attributes. But they're
Yeah, but
applied
that-
to
that-
one
that's common
but they're applied to one being. How
course.
Okay, so how does
course,
that
but
how does that
that's-
let me
that's-
now let me land it please. Here's my question.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
Please
You
be
didn't let
quiet.
me speak, but never
Get
mind.
on the mute button, please. Get on the mute button.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
How does that make sense? 99 different, distinct, not separate attributes that are not parts applied to one nature. How does that make sense to you? But 3 within one nature doesn't make sense to you.
But these are we're talking about attributes, and that's completely different.
Why would that be different?
Yeah, because we can be. You can be generous. You can be strong. You can be big. You can be all these things while being one person.
Okay, but why would there be a special rule?
Which is very
You
different,
didn't
very
answer. You
different
didn't
from
answer my
saying-
question, brother. Why would attributes be I don't care about what the attributes do.
Well, attributes
You
are different
believe,
by definition.
brother. Listen to what I'm asking you.
Go ahead. Okay.
I know attributes are different as far as persons. However, you believe there are 99 distinct things that you call attributes that are within one nature, and they're not parts. They're all attributed to one thing. You believe 99 is one, but you have a problem with 3 persons within one nature. Why? Why would that be? Why would that be an issue? And forget that they're attributes, unless you want to tell me there's some special rule that attributes can do it, but persons can't be within one nature.
Because it's completely different when you say Father, God the Father, and God the Son, and God the earthly Jesus and heavenly Jesus, and there is also the Holy Ghost, which is often sidelined.
You still didn't answer my question. Let me ask you this, bro. Since you believe one of his attributes is the most loving, right?
Mm-hmm.
So loving is an action that's done to another, right? He loves his creation, correct?
Yes.
And that's
he loves. No. There's a difference. He loves his. He loves his believing creation. Not every creation.
Okay, that's fine. He loves the believers. Loving is an action that is done to another. Allah is the most loving. He loves the believers in creation. Correct.
Correct. Yeah.
That's an eternal attribute, meaning he's always been the most loving. Correct.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Who was he loving before creation existed?
Who was he loving? I don't know. Am I supposed to know?
Yeah. If your God makes sense, then that if
I
he
don't
was,
think I'm supposed to know that.
Hold on a second. Wait. Whoa. You have no problem questioning Christianity and saying this doesn't make sense, and I'm actually answering your questions. But I ask you I ask you one simple question about your God. You don't have the answer yet. You want to critique the Trinity, and you don't even know anything about your God?
No, it's not. I'm not saying I don't know anything about.
Okay, so don't you think before you question somebody else's God, don't you think you should at least know your own first?
Yeah, but I understand the God as being one monotheistic God. That's all. That's very straightforward.
It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense, because before creation here's why. Before anything else that God created existed, what's the only thing that existed?
It was God.
Thank you. And there's no other God, right?
Yes.
And he's not a multi-personal like the Trinity, right?
That's right.
Okay. And loving, as you said, is an action given to another. So he cannot possibly be eternally loving if there was no one to love before creation.
Okay.
So how does that make sense to you, bro? That he is eternally loving to nothing? Is he just loving nothing?
It doesn't make. It's not a matter of making.
Is it possible for someone to love nothing?
The problem here is that I'm not able.
Can you love nothing? Can you love nothing? Can you demonstrate how you can love nothing?
Look, you have the ability to love. You can love without actually loving somebody.
So he had the ability, but he wasn't doing it, and then he started doing it.
But how could he? Well, let's say there's nothing. How can you love if there's nothing?
I agree. That's why your God doesn't make sense, bro. That's why your God can't exist. It's illogical.
And the Trinitarian God is makes much more sense.
If you actually have an
Much more
argument as
logical.
to why it's illogical, I'm willing to hear it. But so far, you don't even understand what the
But-
Trinity is. So
No,
how can you make an
yeah,
argument,
Of course I'm not.
brother?
That's the whole
Brother,
thing.
here,
That's why I don't understand.
real top G.
It's
Hold on,
true.
brother. Hey, real top
Okay,
G.
go ahead.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. If you
I
have,
understand.
I'm willing to sit back and listen to an argument. If you have an argument on how the Trinity is illogical, but you don't have an argument, you just have questions, and every one of your questions misrepresents what we believe in to begin with. So it's very difficult to critique someone else's God when they don't even understand what we believe in. So it's a waste of time. You don't even know what the Trinity is. You don't know what we believe. You would need to
The
first be
problem
able to
is-
properly represent our belief and then
Yes.
critique it.
Listen, brother. It's just most Christians, 99% of Christians that I talk to, I encounter everyone on an everyday basis, are unable to explain it to me.
Who
Why do you
cares?
think- I'm
Who
not the only one-
cares?
the only
Who
one.
cares? Who cares, bro?
No,
Who
because it's-
cares?
Yeah, I know, but
Dude, this
If
is
you have
not,
a tough
dude.
job
How
explaining the
does this?
Trinity,
How does you telling me about your experience with Christians give me an argument as to how the Trinity is illogical? How does that do that?
because it's common sense. If the general population can't understand something, then something's wrong about it.
Okay, and if you can't give me an explanation as to who God was loving, is there something wrong with that?
It's not the same thing.
Well, how is that not the same, bro? Is it not? Is it not the same thing just because it's inconvenient for you to admit that it is, or is it really
it's
not
not.
the
First-
same thing?
first-
It's the same thing. You
First of
don't.
all, you're asking me a
You
question.
don't. Listen, brother. You don't have an understanding of your own God's attributes. You don't have an understanding of it. How can he be? How can he be loving if there's no
Listen.
one to love?
Listen, of course you can be loving without someone. If you can be caring, even if they're, if you can be a loving person without falling in love with somebody.
Here, bro.
Let's
Here,
see.
let me tell you why that's illogical. Okay. Do you know what? I'll tell you why it's illogical. This is why. This is
Okay,
why
go
it's a
ahead.
big problem for your God and why
Okay.
your God can't exist.
Okay.
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 So
Okay.
you understand what eternal means? What's the definition? Actually, I'm not even going to ask you. I'm just going to tell you, and you tell me if you agree or not. Does
Okay, go
eternal
ahead.
mean no beginning, no end?
Yes.
Okay. Is Allah's nature eternal?
Actually, there is the God is beginning, so that's what we believe. He's
So
the
God was
beginning
created.
and the end.
So God has a beginning.
Well, it all there's a start point somewhere.
So God
In the
has a
past.
beginning. So your Allah didn't exist and then began to exist.
Well, we try. It's very hard to grasp this,
Dude, are you freaking dude, are you
Are
you serious right now? You believe your Allah began to exist?
Well, all I'm saying is he's the end. That's
Did
all I'm
he
saying.
begin to exist? Yes or no?
Well, I don't know. Look.
You don't know? Bro,
You
get
deep
your-
theological
Oh my
questions. I'm not supposed to answer.
Holy crap, bro. Hey, brother. Hey, hopefully we're gonna clip this and we're gonna put it on my page and we're gonna see how many of your Muslims are gonna agree with you that we don't know whether Allah began to exist or not, bro. You don't even know if your God began to exist or not, yet you want to question Christians about the Trinity.
You know, man. But what?
Have a good day, brother. Have a good day, bro. There's no way. There's no way we're gonna have a conversation if you don't even know if your Allah began to exist or not, bro. What the hell is going on, bro? Holy crap, man. I don't know if Allah began to exist or not. Can you imagine not knowing if your God was created or not? Man, unbelievable. What's up, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, bro?
What's the question?
I don't have a question, bro. What do you got?
No, you're asking about if God is all loving, right?
Oh, you wanted to answer that one? Are you Sunni?
Yeah, I'm Sunni.
Athari?
Sorry?
Athari or Salafi? Are you a Salafi?
Salafi.
Okay. Yeah. Who was he loving before creation?
Okay. God is all loving. That means that God loved all his creations throughout history, or whatever creation it had, it was all loving.
Before creation existed, who was he loving?
Okay, now that's where you're getting it wrong. God was there before creation. God created creation. God was all loving from that point.
Was he loving creation before he created creation?
Of course, God is all loving.
How can he love something that doesn't exist?
Say again.
How can he love something that doesn't exist? Unless you want to say creation's eternal.
Creation is eternal because we don't know what he created until he has stated
So you
it.
believe
What
creation's
he created,
eternal?
I don't believe creation is eternal, but we
Okay.
don't know what he has created
So would you?
before our
Okay, brother,
structures,
all
if that makes
creations. It
sense.
doesn't matter how many creations he created. All of them.
Okay, but
All of them.
okay.
Before they all existed, who was he
Okay,
loving?
now here's my question to you. Do you know what he created before humankind?
Brother, I don't. That's not the topic.
Do
I
you-
don't. I
no, no, no,
don't.
no.
I
Do you-
don't care. I
do
don't
you know
care.
what he-
Brother,
That's-
how
that's
many?
the
Listen,
problem.
listen, brother. That has
That's the
nothing.
problem.
This
You
is
don't know
called a
what he
red herring,
created
brother.
before
This
humankind.
has
How can you
nothing.
answer it?
I'll grant
How
you.
can you answer
I'll
if you
grant
don't
you
know what he
whatever he
created?
created. I don't care. You
Yeah,
can say.
of
You
course
can
you
say
know
he
people are
created.
loving.
Brother, you're gonna have to let me talk. You're gonna have to let me talk. It doesn't matter what he created. You can say whatever you want. He created like pink elephants before. I don't care. Okay. And you can
Yeah,
say
then
he
he's all
created.
loving.
Let me finish, bro. If you interrupt me again, man, like I'm just dropping you and bring you back up when I'm done talking. So unless you want to stay on the stage and actually have a conversation, please let me finish talking. So I don't care if Allah created pink ponies and elephants before humans. I don't care if he created 100 trillion creations before humans. Before all of it existed. Who was he loving? Can you answer that question, please?
You're literally refuting yourself. That doesn't make sense.
Okay. So is creation eternal then?
I never said it was.
Okay. So then there was a point in time where all creations didn't exist, correct?
We don't know that, do we?
You don't know that? So then you don't know if we're eternal or not.
Did I say it was internal?
You
No,
said
he was eternal.
eternal, not
I said-
internal. Eternal, meaning we have a beginning, right? We don't have
Yes, we do.
Okay, so then we can't be eternal because eternal means no beginning.
Okay, yeah, we are internal. Us
We're not
humans.
eternal, bro. Like eternal means no beginning. Humans have a beginning. Therefore, we can't be eternal. What don't you understand, bro?
Let's go, fam.
You're laughing, bro, but you're not understanding simple words, bro.
Okay,
Eternal means no beginning.
I'll say simple words.
No, bro, you're not understanding simple words. I'm going to break it down further. Eternal means no beginning, no end. We as humans
God is
have a
eternal.
beginning. Every creation
Yes.
has a beginning. Therefore, creation cannot be eternal. Are you understanding
Yeah.
now? Okay.
Yes.
So
yes,
we're not
okay, yeah.
eternal. So before our beginning and before every creation's beginning, who was Allah loving?
One of the attributes of Allah is all loving. It doesn't say that he was loving since the start.
Okay, so you're saying the action wasn't there, but the ability was there, correct?
Yes, yes.
Is
Once
the-
creation happened, that is
Okay,
when
now
the
let me
love
show you why
started
that's
to flow.
illogical. Let me show you why that's illogical. Is Allah's nature eternal?
Yes, of course.
Okay. And is Allah's ability to love within his nature?
Say again?
Is Allah's ability or attribute to love within his nature?
Yes, that's one of his names.
Okay. So that means that that ability within his nature is also eternal with no beginning, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So then, but you're saying that he had the ability within his nature, but it began to be used when creation was created. That's a
'Cause he
beginning
had
within
no-
his nature. He cannot have a beginning within his nature and say he's eternal. That's a contradiction.
No, because you can have an attribute, but you cannot use the attribute until
For you,
use
that's
it.
okay. For me, that's okay because we're not eternal beings. We change. But Allah, if he's
Like I
eternal,
said,
if he's eternal and his nature is eternal, meaning his nature has no beginnings, you cannot then proceed to say he has a beginning.
like I said, Allah was at the start, okay?
Oh my God.
Let's
bro.
say, okay, no, listen, because if you're not going to listen, there's no point talking.
Bro,
'Cause
you're not gonna
you
actually
have
just
a-
go
you're
ahead, bro. Just
close-minded
go
like
ahead,
that.
man. You're just not gonna
You're
engage with what I
close-minded.
said. Go ahead, bro. Finish what you're saying, man.
I'm engaged with what you're saying.
I'm waiting, brother. Go ahead. What you got? Finish what you're
Okay.
saying.
God was there at start, okay?
Mm-hmm. He
God
was
is
there at the
eternal.
start. Copy. Got it.
Okay. God had to create something to become loving. You cannot love something where there's nothing there. Since the start of creation, that is when God actually happened to become
Oh
all
my
loving.
God, bro. I cannot believe you just said that, bro. Chad, did you hear that?
Why?
Repeat what you just said again.
Okay, I'll repeat it. God was that start. Allah SWT was that start.
Mhm.
God created something to become all loving.
Okay, good. Did he
You
need
can have an attribute.
Does he need creation to become all loving?
Why is he going to love if there's nothing there?
So yes, he needs creation.
Yes.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for committing shirk. Thank you so much.
I don't make sure.
Thank you so much, brother. 2 money guns. We got the shirk bombs early in 2026.
One hand on my money, one hand on my buddy. That's the AK-47.
Hey, this man going crazy. Shirk bombs bring out the money guns.
Don't let that bird stop. You got a weak stomach.
Appreciate that, man. You got another money
One hand
gun.
on my money, one hand on my buddy. That's the AK-47.
That's warning live on YouTube and TikTok.
Damn, son, where'd you find this? He got a weak stomach.
Crazy, bro. Crazy, man. Allah is dependent on creation to become the most loving, according to Muslims now. That is what we got. We got another money gun, AR-15. We're about to hit the copyright here in a second. Crazy, man. Allah is dependent. Allah is dependent, and we got a shirt. We got a copyright already, guys. From Frostbite. Thank you for the copyright. Hey, send up gifts. This is gonna turn into a club. That's what it's gonna be.
The best morning live.
Crazy, man.
For the summertime, got a new drop. Trapper slash rapper slash bad. Snatcher, come here.
Gotta play Young Dolph.
She said you live like a bachelor. So what? Sold
Crazy, man.
Then gave 10% to the pastor. Keep going up the ladder. They mad, make 'em
Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable, man. With the shirk bombs already, bro. We already getting the shirk bombs early in 2026. I wasn't even trying to get a shirk bomb, bro. I wasn't even trying to do that. Allah needs a partner in order to be the most loving. Shirk. That is shirk. Early in the morning, bro. Shirk bombs. Crazy. Allah needs creation. Dependent. We associated a partner. What's up? What's up, man? You live. I don't know how to say your name, bro. It's Arabic. Danilo, what's up? Danilo. This guy in a bathtub, bro. This dude on a bubble bath listening to the live, listening to Muslims commit shirk. Can you believe that, bro? This dude in a whole bubble bath. He probably got like a little tray and a charcuterie board. He got his little lotions and some candles, and he's like, let me listen to my fellow Ummah get cooked while I'm bathing in the bath. He got the rubber ducky. He got it in line, got the bubbles. He's like, man, I'm gonna sit back and just relax and listen to my Ummah get cooked. What the hell, bro? Hey, man, enjoy that bubble bath, gang. Holy crap, bro. Bro in the tub and you would think it's like he would be listening to a Muslim live cooking Christian. He wants to listen to the Ummah get cooked. That's crazy. What's up?
Yo, what up, what up?
What's up? What faith are you?
So what?
What faith are you?
Bro, I don't really have like a defined religion. I mean, I experienced a little bit of it in a way. So I'm gonna put it this way, like in my household, everybody was super atheist, right? But I always felt that there was something higher. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it kind of got to me. I mean, me being a grown up and having a good heart and shit like that, you know. But when it really kicked, you know, that I felt like probably Christianity or something like that. It was my first
All right, brother. Come back another time, man. I'm looking for like a debate. I don't know. That sounded like it was gonna go into a story. I'm not really trying to hear a story, man. No offense. Thanks for coming, though, bro. I don't know where that was going, man. We over here like I'm not trying to get the mood killed, you know? What's up?
Hi.
How you
Good
doing?
morning.
Good morning.
Good, good, good. Okay. I was looking at your topic. I do agree with you about the Trinity and stuff. Like I am a believer in Christ.
Okay.
And I read your title. I believe that he's not Muslim. But I do have questions about the father though, of Jesus not being the father. Why
Okay.
do you okay? Because I just want to see your point of view on why you think he's not the father.
I mean,
If you're Christian.
he makes it explicitly clear he's not the father. Like
Uh-huh.
the words of Jesus himself.
Okay.
And the Trinity is the belief of that God exists as three distinct persons. That the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit are not each other, but they're the same God. That's the Trinity. So you said you believe in the Trinity. That's what you would be saying you believe in. Okay.
Right. So I have a church. My grandmother have a church, and my grandfather, he's really an elder, and he's really steward in the word. He studied day and night. So what I was taught was that Jesus is Lord. And the reason why I believe he's Lord, because I can back it up with scripture. Okay. Because even when he said that I am, right? I just feel like we just need to break down the I am.
Yeah,
okay?
It just means he's God.
Right. So
That
he's
doesn't.
God.
Yeah. So did you? I don't disagree. You see
Okay.
Look at the first line of my prompt. What does it say at the very top?
Jesus is not Muslim.
No, at the very top. Go above Jesus's head. What does it say?
On. I can't see the very beginning because it's a whole bunch of pop-ups.
Okay, so you don't see.
Jesus is God. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Trinity, the belief of the Trinity is that the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit are the same God, but they're not the same person.
Right, because when it come down to even the book of John, I had a debate with a Muslim probably a month ago. He was talking about why is this and why is that? So the word became flesh, right? And when I think of that, well, he got to be the Father, the Son, and everything else because the word became flesh, right?
No, absolutely
Okay.
not. That's not the belief of the Trinity. No. So the Father and the Son are the same God, but they're not the same person. So the Son is not the Father of himself. The Father is another person.
The Father is another person.
Not another God, not another being.
Right.
But another person. God exists as three persons. That's the Trinity.
Which is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Correct.
So when we go back to the book of Genesis, when he said, or when the Bible said, we made humans in our image.
Correct. That's the Trinity.
The Trinity. Okay. I just want to break down those words because
but you can't believe in the Trinity and then at the same time say Jesus is the Father. That's not true.
So, but he's Lord though.
Okay.
So we can say Jesus is Lord, but we can't say if we're Christian, he's not the Father.
He's not the first person of the Trinity. He's not the Father. He's the second person of the Trinity.
He's the second person. Okay. Yeah. But he was there from the very beginning of Genesis.
Yes, he's the creator of all things. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm off. I just wanted to make sure I got my due diligence right. Can't talk today, but
all right, no worries.
Okay. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys.
Hello.
What's up?
I just wanted to say, like, that guy that said that, what did he say about the creation and like the attributes of that he's all loving? I don't know how he admitted to saying that his attribute is eternal, and then proceeded to say that there's something to be there's he needed to create something to love. Like that just made I don't know how that went over his head.
I mean, you know why? Because being a Muslim creates a suppression in your brain, in your nous, that just like causes something called cognitive dissonance. And what happens is that they believe their feeling of Islam being true is the objective standard in their brain. And anything that goes against Islam has to be false, even if it means I look stupid to admit that. Even if it looks like it looks stupid to reject it.
Oh,
So
okay, that makes sense.
that's
Like,
why everybody here should witness these things, because it doesn't happen with just one Muslim or two. It happens with the majority of Muslims that come up here on this stage. You see the cognitive dissonance. There should be a warning to all Christians that are watching this, that if you're even considering Islam and you want to be that dumb, then go ahead and be a Muslim. But if you don't want to be that dumb, don't be a Muslim. Don't take the Shahada, because the Shahada will fry your brain.
It's because I really don't know anything about Muslim or anything. Like I don't really look into that. But like when I just heard that I was just like, what the heck? Like that was so dumb.
It is dumb.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
All right, well,
God bless you, man.
I'll let you go. You too. Thank you.
All right. Chosen Few, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much. Chosen Few, great question here. Brother Bear, I showed your video to someone asking who was Allah loving before creation, and they asked me, how is God a creator before creation? So here's the thing, and this is why there's two reasons why I bring the love argument. First reason is to bully Muslims that try to bully Christians. We're gonna bully them back. That's number one. Second reason, because I want you guys thinking about the Trinity. And I want you guys to see that the only model of the Trinity that makes sense is the model of the Eastern Orthodox Church, which is the essence energy distinction. Okay? So when it comes to God creating, we don't attribute any attributes to his nature. We can't know his essence. His essence is unknowable. We just know what it's not. We know his nature is not material. Therefore, he is spirit or immaterial. We know that his nature is not within time. Therefore, he's eternal, no beginning, no end. We know that God cannot be bound to a location. Therefore, he's omnipresent. We know that God is not limited in knowledge. Therefore, he's all-knowing, right? So those are the only things that we can attribute to his nature, which are things that we know he's not, the opposite of creation. Okay? Now, the question is he the creator before creation? Well, he obviously can create, right? But the thing is, he doesn't need creation, because these actions that he's able to do are not attributes of his nature. He doesn't need to create to exist. He doesn't need to create to be who he is. Okay? Now, to answer the question, this is a little bit deeper question. I wouldn't give this to a Muslim because they won't listen. But for you guys, I'm going to give this to you. All right? Now, to answer the question more directly, God is love. He's eternally loving. He grounds love. He grounds love within three persons of the Trinity. He doesn't need creation to love. Creation is due to an outpouring of his love. It's due to his love. So via his will, he is going to create us in order to love, because he can. He doesn't have to do it, but he can, and he does. Now, the will, it was always his will to create. He doesn't need to create, but it always was his will to create us. And when creation begins, notice what I just said, begins, that's when time begins. Therefore, the manifestation of God's will starts time and starts creation. Therefore, the creation starts to come into existence. And we are the ones that change. We're the ones that come into existence. God eternally willed us through his eternal love in order for us to exist, and then we come into existence. God doesn't change. He does. Nor does God need us to exist in order for him to exist. So a little bit of a deeper question, but hopefully that answers it. Hopefully it gets you guys thinking. But thank you for the question. All right. What's
Hello.
up? What's up?
I just want to say I'm Christian too, and but I just been getting into these TikTok lives, and I want to better educate myself when I'm facing other people attacking my faith and religion. How would you answer this question?
Are you a
when they were
Trinitarian,
talk-
first of all? Are you a Trinitarian?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Yes. How would you answer this question if someone asks you what happened after Noah and the flood? How did creation keep going? Like, how did population grow? How do I answer that?
Yeah, I mean, Ham and his, I think Ham went off and started procreating, right? Like he started, I mean, Noah's family started to obviously populate. And then I think Ham left and started to populate.
And then how did it become like thousands and thousands of people where they're like, do you think God made more people somewhere else, or
Yeah,
because
most you can explain it to where it's like, well, they just started populating, and a lot of time went by where they continued to populate. But the most common, I think the most logical one, not that the other one is not logical, but probably the most plausible, I should say, is that the flood wasn't like a flood for the entire world. It was a huge regional flood, which a lot of church fathers do hold to. So the whole world didn't get flooded. It was just a whole region. Because if you look at the word world that's being used there, as far as the world being flooded, in Hebrew, it's not. It could be used as like a region, like a large region. So it's like saying like all of Africa got flooded. You know what I'm saying? Further from their point of view, it's the whole world, right? But there's other parts of the world that
Thank you. And I understand Trinity very well, but how do I explain the part? I don't think I explain it as well as you might. When Jesus was on the cross and he says, Father, when he talks to, God, and people say, yeah, that's from Psalm 22 that he's reciting. But the way I describe it is God was 100% human. He was crying out like how we would cry out. So that's what makes him 100% human, but they don't understand that. How can I better explain that part?
Yeah, you can't say that he was abandoned by the Father. Like you can't admit that. There's some Christians that are going to bite.
Oh no, I
and
never
say
said that.
I know that. I'm just saying, like, that's
Oh,
number
okay.
one. You cannot say that. Like, he wasn't forsaken by the Father. It's impossible. They're inseparable, right? So he cannot be forsaken by the Father. It is true that he is crying out in his human nature, but I wouldn't say that he is saying those words because he actually is feeling that or knowing that. He's reciting those words because of Psalm 22. That is the answer. Psalm 22 is the answer. And the reason why he recites the first line of Psalm 22 is they didn't have chapter numbers or verses back then. So the way you would reference a writing is by quoting the first line. Like Genesis, right? Genesis in Hebrew is Bereshit. Do you know what Bereshit translates to in English?
I know Barshima means something like a girl or a bad girl.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Bereshit in Hebrew translates directly into English as in the beginning. What are the first three words of Genesis?
In the beginning.
Exactly. Right? So right there, just the title of the first scroll of the Torah is the first three words of the scroll. Right? Bereshit.
Mm-hmm.
So Genesis is just a Greek translation of that, right? That's why we call it, and then from Greek to English, it came out to Genesis. Okay, but you see where I'm going with that, right?
Yeah.
It's the way they didn't have book titles, chapter numbers, or verses. So when he's saying, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Everybody knows that that's Psalm 22 in their head, right? And the reason why, do you know why he's quoting Psalm 22?
Because he's fulfilling the last prophecy.
What prophecy?
In Psalm 22.
Which is?
That he was the last lamb sacrificed for God.
Not necessarily. Yes, that's true, but there's something specific. So when he's saying, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Okay, remember the Roman soldiers they were fighting over his clothing, right? Remember they were casting lots for his clothes. because it was expensive. It was an expensive piece of clothing. They were obviously surrounding him, mocking him, and obviously they put him on a cross. Right when he said that, all of those things happened. Right.
Yeah.
All right. Now read verse 16, 17, and 18. I'm gonna read it for you. Okay, from Psalm 22. For dogs encompass me, a company of evildoers encircles me. They have pierced my hands and feet. I count all my bones. They stare and gloat over me. They divide my garments among them, and for my clothing they cast lots.
No way. This is all Psalm 22?
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful.
So
that was everything. Wow.
So the reason why, and by the way, this is a psalm written by David, and none of those things happened to David. Well, I mean, he had enemies coming after him, but he never got his hands pierced or anything like that, you know?
Yeah.
So this is all going to be a lot of David's writings are going to be a dual understanding. Like there's going to be an understanding from his point of view in his life, but it's also going to be a foreshadowing of the Messiah because the Messiah comes from his loins, his seed. Okay?
Oh my God.
So when you read this, David is lamenting and he's saying, my God, why have you forsaken me? Remember, his son betrayed him and Absalom and was trying to unalive him, right? So he was actually almost like ousted as a king. He eventually prevailed because Absalom ended up unaliving himself by accident. But there was a point where David was just unsure as to what was going to happen. So these are writings about that, right? And there are also a foreshadowing of the Messiah. And then you see the ending of Psalm 22. It talks about God reigning over the nations, coming down and being king. All of that is pointing towards the Messiah, towards the end of the Psalm. So it's also a prophecy of the Messiah. So it's about David's life, but it's also a prophecy at the same time.
Oh my God. Thank you so much for explaining that to me, brother. Thank you. And one last thing before I let you go. I was talking to an atheist, and then he was like, what proof do you have that Jesus existed? And I was telling him some things. I was like, what do you mean? You know, those eyewitness testimonies. He was like, those eyewitness testimonies all came from Paul. You know, he could have been lying. And then I was talking about even the ark, like when the Red Sea parted, there was pieces of the like, you know, of the Roman soldiers' tools and stuff, or whoever it was, like their wagons. And he was like, no, that was all debunked by this one guy. He was known for making fake artifacts and things like that. How do I present Christianity to an atheist who wants something tangible?
Yeah, I wouldn't. If they're an atheist, don't even talk about Christianity. You just need to present why God is real. It's a waste of time.
What would you tell him?
There's an argument. I don't have time to go through it, but there's an argument of motion that you can go through. That's very simple, and basically, it's getting them to admit obvious, self-evident truths like change is real, time is real, and that would necessarily lead to an eternal being that caused everything.
Okay.
So you can look at the argument for motion, and there's TikToks about it. You can look it up, and you need to first. You're skipping the first step. In order to believe in Christianity, you need to first have the belief that there is a God. If you don't believe there's a God, all the evidence towards Christianity doesn't make sense at all. It's not going to make sense. You need to first believe there's a God first, and then you talk about Christianity.
Okay. Thank you so much, brother, for all this. Love you and keep up the good work.
Thank you, brother. God bless. Good questions.
God bless.
All right. Next guest. Thank you guys for the questions. Questions are good. Guys, if you want to be a part of my Discord, there's a free Bible study tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going through the Gospel of Matthew. It's a deep dive. We've been going since Easter, since Pascha, and we're not even halfway through. Okay, so that tells you how much of a deep dive it is, and probably going to go all the way till after this year's Easter. Okay, so if you guys want to be a part of it, it's 100% free to join my Discord, 100% free to join my Bible study. It's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight live on Discord. If you're a YouTube member, you get the recordings. Okay, and then it's exactly for 1 hour, and then after an hour, I do a 30-minute Q&A. A 30-minute Q&A where you guys can ask anything. It doesn't have to be about the Bible study. Okay, Muslims are welcome. Just let you know we're not going to debate there, but you're welcome to join and observe. And if you want to ask questions, you can as well. Okay, but we're not going to necessarily debate there. You can debate me here. All right, Abdullah, what's up?
Hello, Bear. I'm an Orthodox Christian. I'm Eastern Orthodox. I just came to ask you because I have a big misunderstanding. So yesterday I debated with a Muslim on Samuel chapter 15 verse 3,
Mm-hmm.
and I told him that the baby is innocent and he is automatically in paradise when he dies. Like God saved them
Mm-hmm.
because a baby cannot pick uh, between bad and good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to explain to him. Then he said, then babies don't have. They need to have free will, but I explained that they don't have free will because they are from Amalekites.
Mm-hmm.
Because Amalekites have strict rules, like they unlive babies in front of the statue, you know. And I said that's wrong. And then he asked me, where does that say in the Bible? And I came to you because I really don't know. I
Where
know
does what say in the
based.
Bible?
I said to him that Amalekites unalive babies in front of statues based on
Oh
the
yeah. They
history.
did. They did. Yeah, because they worshipped Molech. So you just got to
Yeah.
look at. There's a in Jeremiah. It's the Israelites ended up worship. There was a point in time where there was a Israelite king that ended up worshiping Molech. It was during the time of Jeremiah, the prophet, and he talks about it. I think it's in Jeremiah 19, if I'm not mistaken. And then in Psalm, there's a Psalms. You can just Google it and find it that talks about that time period too. That they're worshiping Molech. In the Torah, Molech is mentioned that the ones that worship Molech sacrifice their firstborn babies. There's laws particularly to that you're not allowed to do for sacrifice your firstborn baby. That's because of Molech. But in Psalms, it talks about that they used to sacrifice their firstborns to demons, and that was in reference to Molech. So it's in the Bible, but it's not. There's not going to be a verse that says, "Oh, the Amalekites worship Molech, and therefore they sacrifice their firstborn babies." Maybe there is, but I don't think there is. But yeah, it's like historically known that anybody who worshipped Molech, they would there was a golden statue that was this is like I said, this is historically known, and there was a golden when the Israelites worshiped Molech in Jerusalem, in one of the valleys of Jerusalem. It was called the Valley of Hinnom, and they put a gold statue of Molech with his hands out. And what they would do is they would go bring their firstborn baby, put it on the whole gold hands, and then they would light it on fire. And then there would be a line of drummers playing drums really, really loud, because when the parents walked away, they didn't want them to hear their baby's screams of being burnt alive. Archaeologists have found thousands of infant bones in this valley in Jerusalem, the Valley of Ben Hinnom. Okay? Now, the Valley of Ben Hinnom in Hebrew, gets translated to, in Greek, Gehenna. Gehenna is translated to English as hell. That literally the word hell comes from the Valley of Ben Hinnom. And so hell is actually a real place historically, and it's used in the Old Testament by Jesus and the apostles as a metaphor, because they understood what the Valley of Ben Hinnom was, as a metaphor, as a place you don't want to go with burning and fire, right? In Jesus' time, the Valley of Ben Hinnom was, or Gehenna, was the area where Jerusalem would dump all their trash and they would light their fire on trash. That's how they would get rid of their waste. So it was also understood as that as well. Like the waste would be put in there. But yeah, that's this is like, I mean, you guys can look this up. I mean, this is historically known. Today, funny enough, just a bonus fact. Today, the Valley of Ben Hinnom is still in Jerusalem, obviously. It's a state park today. If you look up the word that is, it's like a beautiful park that Israel made it. Okay. And also, the tomb of Caiaphas is in that valley. Caiaphas is the high priest that ordered Jesus to go on the cross. So funny enough, Caiaphas's tomb was literally put in hell. And his tomb is like a place where like cows live. Like some shepherd has like cows or animals in there. So funny enough, like it's like God has a sense of humor. He literally ironically put Caiaphas's tomb is where hell was. So Anyways, bro, hope that helps, man. It's like I said, these are historical facts we know about Molech, and the Amalekites worshipped Molech. So
I just tried to fire back with Islam because what will Allah do if that was Muhammad was given the
brother, when they look, what's the argument? They have a problem with God commanding for babies to be unalived.
Yeah.
Okay, so then ask them. Then you just ask them. Then then why did Allah drown a bunch of babies with the flood? Just ask them that question. Did Allah drown a bunch of babies with a flood? I mean, they have to say yes. They believe in the flood, right? Are you there, brother?
Yeah.
Okay. So if Allah drowns babies with a flood, why can't He command the Israelites to unalive babies? Like, what's the issue? If God is the creator of life and He can take life when He wants to, according to them, that can happen too. What's the issue? What problem do they have? Well, what they'll say is, well, that's different because He commanded humans to do it. Okay, are humans creation? Yes. Are waters creation? Yes. Okay, so He ordered creation to do it either way. What's the issue? Make sense?
I really appreciate that. Thank you very much, bro.
You're welcome.
Because my mom is calling.
All right, brother.
Thank
Take
you
it easy.
very much, bro.
You're welcome, brother.
You are the best debater.
Thank you, but no, there's other guys better than me, but thank you. Thank you, brother. All right. See, only got a couple minutes and then we got to go. Don't forget Bible study tonight, wedding this Saturday. Some of you guys were talking about want to donate to as a gift for the wedding. There's a banner on YouTube with my PayPal, the Zelle. There's a GoFundMe on both TikTok and YouTube. So if you guys want to show some love, there's the information. Mr. What? What is this guy's name? Oh my God, bro. This guy's going to be a troll. No way. No way this guy's going to be real, man. No way. Hey, yo, exactly right. You guys can see the name? Because he's still loading up. I think he left. Oh, no, he's still here because he's liking the live. Why is it not connecting? Hey, he's still loading up. He's not connecting yet. There he goes. He's out now. He is out. I mean, you can request up again, bro, but if you a troll, you get booted quick. Try coming on another name. Big Carnage, thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much, bro. I hate the Orthodox Study Bible Old Testament translation. Yeah, I know it could be complicated. I wouldn't. Hate's a strong word, brother. You understand that they're translating it from the Septuagint. This is what the apostles would have had it. Like, I know most people are used to the Protestant translation of the Old Testament. That the English translation comes from the Masoretic text. And you're used to that ordering of the text, and the prophets are different chapter numbers and everything. If you grew up Protestant and then going to the Orthodox Study Bible, it could be a little challenging shifting through the Old Testament. But to say you hate it, little strong. I don't think you mean it that way though. I think you mean it like it's just like it's different, right? And it affects you. That's cool. But literally, like the Orthodox Study Bible, they're translating it from the Septuagint. This is how the apostles would have had it. This is how Jesus would have had his Old Testament. It wouldn't have been the way the Protestants have the, like I love my ESV Bible. It's a Protestant Bible, but I love it. It's a great Bible. But the way it's ordered and the way it's put together and the missing books, right? It's not what the apostles would have had or the disciples in the early century. So, but it has the majority of it, right? So, anyways, guys, don't forget, if you guys are part of the course, I am going to be filming the next class Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys are part of the course, which I'm doing a course, it's not a free course, just letting you guys know. But if you guys are serious about learning about the Bible, I am offering a course for people to get a better understanding of the Bible. If you are a YouTube member and a Patreon, later today, if not by tomorrow morning, you guys will have a special discount code if you don't have the code, the course, for being a YouTube member and a Patreon member. Being that you guys have contributed for months, you guys will get a special discount for the course. So that will be releasing very soon. Just to let you guys know. But if you're not, the course is available on my link tree. All right. If you guys want to be a part of it, you can. I'm not done recording the whole course. It's probably going to be about 10 to 12 classes. I think we did 4 so far. So we're not halfway through. But if you get the course now, you can join the recordings live, which is great because you get to ask questions at the end. Okay, that you wouldn't be able to do if you're not on there live. But if you can't make it to the live recordings, there's no pressure. You will own the recordings regardless of whether you're there or not. Okay. You're looking for the link. Oh man, you know what? Is it not on my YouTube? Okay, it's probably not on my YouTube, guys. Here, I'm gonna put it on my YouTube real quick. Dang, I can't believe I messed that up and I didn't put it on the YouTube. 1 second. Let me see. Dang, that crazy, man. That's all right. We're gonna fix it right now. We're gonna fix it right now, gang. I gotta put it on my Bear Foundations course. It's gonna be in the link description. All right, it should be. Let me know if that link works now on YouTube, guys. It should work now. See if that works. Okay. Yeah, I think that should be. No, it didn't show up. Hold on a second.
Hello.
What's up?
I was having a debate with someone. I'm a Christian, by the way. They asked me about Adam and Eve and like how it all started. How do you explain that, like in a scientific point of view?
What you mean how it all started?
Like with Adam and Eve, the first humans.
God created them. What kind of question? Who are you debating?
Yeah, but then some person, and they were talking about how we all started from Adam and Eve.
You don't believe
And
we
then
all
forth,
started?
then forth.
You don't believe we started?
No,
from
no,
Adam?
I do. But like, I just didn't know how to debate that, or
Debate
like,
what?
really good
I mean,
explanation.
you agree with that, don't you? What are you debating?
Yeah, I do. But like, I don't know what to add on to it.
Why do you, bro? What's the debate? What do you disagree with?
I don't disagree with anything. I just want to know what to respond with it.
Bro, how are we gonna respond if this is how you respond? I agree. Adam and Eve is the beginning. They're the first creation. That's how you respond.
Yeah, right. Thank you, bro. Sorry for wasting your time.
No worries, brother. Just, anyways.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
What's up, bro?
What's up? Just chilling, man.
Walaikum salam. What
You
you
know
got?
what it
man?
means?
Yes, peace be unto you.
Isn't it beautiful?
Sure. You think you guys made it up?
All right. No, actually, we believe Jesus also said that, but don't worry about that for now.
So the apostles way before Islam. So it's like you guys act like you
Right.
own. You guys act like you own the
No,
phrase.
no, no.
Like you don't
Yeah,
own the
don't
phrase,
worry.
bro.
I mean, how do you Trinitarians greet each other? In
It
which
depends on the
language?
season. Usually the basic Orthodox greeting would be Christ is in our midst, and then they would say He is and never shall be. Or during Pascha, we
Bro,
would say
so I meet you somewhere and I say all that, bro. Come on now. That's not efficient. Come on now, bro.
What's
Anyway.
wrong? Wait, what's wrong with that?
Anyway, listen, bro. Jesus, he's human, right?
Uh-huh.
So, brother, do you think it's rational for you to think he's God?
Yeah, I do.
All right. And how come you think it's rational when he has told you that he's nothing without the Father and he's given authority? Why would you still think that's God?
Well, when he says in John chapter 5 verse 19 that he
Yes.
can't do nothing unless he's with the Father.
Right.
He also says he does whatever the Father does.
No, he does whatever he sees the Father do.
And then he says
do
whatever the Father does, so does the Son.
right.
Right
But
after
before
that.
that, he said, "I can only do what I see my Father do."
And
Right.
then he says whatever the Father does, so the Son does likewise.
Right. But
Okay,
it
Can
puts
you
it in
say
context.
you can do whatever God does?
No, but a prophet can. When a prophet
Would that
says
be a prophet can?
yes,
So Muhammad can do whatever Allah does?
no.
Okay, so why would a prophet say that if he can't?
So listen. So a prophet, it doesn't matter which or how. The way it's framed there, the context is that he only does what God made him for to do.
Bro, that's not what I
Right.
asked. I said, can anybody say I can do whatever God does without committing shirk?
So can you read the verse and tell me where he said that?
All right. John chapter 5, verse 19.
All right, let me read it and see. Let's look at the context, right?
I'll give you the context buries you even more. You want to get if you want the
5:19.
context, start in verse 16.
Wait a second. Let's just take it one by one. So
Oh, okay.
Jesus
Now you
gave
want to
him.
take it one by one. Okay.
No, let's just read the verse and then you can
Okay,
bury me
brother.
in your
Yeah,
pagan belief.
whatever,
Jesus
bro.
gave
So,
them this answer.
yeah, go ahead.
Very truly, I tell you, the Son can do nothing by himself. He can do only what he sees.
Read it word for word. Don't add words to it.
Bro, I swear I'm reading it word for word. Look, go to John, go to Bible Gateway, NIV. Jesus gave them this answer.
Mhm.
Very truly, I tell you, the Son can do nothing by himself. He can do only what he sees his Father doing. Because whatever the Father does, the Son also does. Do you notice the word also?
Yes, that means he's
All right.
also doing it with the Father. So he can
All
do.
right.
So according to this, can he do whatever the Father does?
He can only do whatever he sees the Father doing. Yes.
And then, but he says, what does whatever mean?
Whatever the Father does, the Son also does.
So there's nothing the Father can't do that the Son can't do either, right?
I mean, the Son cannot declare the hour, and the Father can. So
Hold on a second. Hold on a
practically
second. We're not talking about that verse. We're talking about this.
Why? But it's relevant. The verse I'm bringing up, 24:36 Matthew, is a capability the Father can do and the Son can't.
Right.
And here
But
it
what
says,
but here's
right.
this is why the context matters in John 5:19. The
Uh-huh.
context here is who is sustaining the universe. He's saying he sustains the universe by saying this.
What do you mean he sustains the universe? Where do you read that? How do you get it?
Okay, bro. That's why I said you got to read the context. So read the
Uh-huh.
context. Read from verse 16 to 18.
16 to 18.
Before he says this, yes.
So because Jesus was doing these things on the Sabbath, the Jewish leaders began to prosecute him. In his defense, Jesus said to them, "My Father is always at his work to do this every day, and I too am working."
Stop right
For
there.
this
Stop right there. Stop right there. Now,
What?
you know what the Sabbath is, right?
Yeah.
You have to have Jewish understanding to understand the context here. Okay. So the Sabbath is the seventh day. That's the day that the Jews would commemorate God's creation, because God ceased to create on the seventh day. So therefore, the Jews will do no work on the seventh day. Okay. So for 6 days, the Jews would sustain their life by making food and doing all these things for 6 days. And then on the seventh day, they would do no work to sustain themselves, because they're going to only trust God to sustain their life, because God sustains the whole universe. He's always working because of that. Make sense?
Right.
Okay. So the Sabbath is an act of faith. And it is that. And the reason why is you're going to stop working because God never stops working. He sustains your life. Okay. Look what Jesus said. My Father is always at his work that's sustaining the universe to this very day. And I too am working. So he's saying that he is along with his Father working. Now, They don't get it at
Oh.
first, but they're starting to understand what he's saying. Read verse 18.
For this reason, they tried all the more to kill him. Not only was he breaking the Sabbath, but he was even calling God his own father, making himself equal with God.
Making himself what with God?
All right. Equal with God.
Why
Alright,
did
now-
why did they think he was making himself equal with God?
Because-
Why do you think that?
Because I believe because he said he's the son of God.
Right.
Right?
But
They think
it's
like,
because
oh,
of because it's also what he said here as well. This is they got that understanding by calling him my father
Right.
and by saying that he is working even on the Sabbath. They understood what he was saying.
Bear, listen. Now listen to this. Now I'll go to 19, right? That we
Hold on,
just-
brother.
just
Hold on, brother. Hold on. Before we go to 19,
Right.
is it according to the context here, and
No,
understanding
no,
what
wait. If
brother,
you want to talk about the
hey,
context,
listen, brother, we're
yes,
talking about the
yes.
context and we're gonna go to 19 right after. But we're not
Alright,
done
alright.
here, dude. We're not done.
But the context isn't finished,
Hey,
right?
it's not finished yet, and we're gonna finish it with 19, but we're not done with 18. So please be quiet. Thank you. Now,
Calm down,
we
calm down,
see that we understand what the Sabbath is, and we understand what Jesus said. Now, did the Pharisees believe he was making himself equal to God? Yes or no?
If they, according to John, yes.
Okay. So you can say whatever you want. That's what we're talking about is the Gospel of John.
All right. So
Yeah.
now,
So hold on, brother. Hold on.
All right.
So he's making himself equal to God. That's what they thought. Now they were
That's what
trying
they
to
thought,
do.
yeah.
They were trying to do what to him?
They were trying to persecute him.
They were trying to unalive him because of this, right?
Persecute on
Read verse 18 again, bro. Read verse 18 again.
Yes. It said persecute. In his defense, he said to him, "My father was." For
Verse
this reason, they tried to.
18.
Oh yes.
18.
Kill. Unalive. Yeah. Unalive.
Yes. So they were looking to unalive him. So they were trying to unalive him because they thought he was making himself equal to God. Now,
Yes.
if Jesus did not mean that he was making himself equal to God, he would clarify that that's not what I meant. I meant something different. So don't unalive me, right?
But he did at 19.
Hold on.
He did that.
Right?
did.
Yes or no?
Yes, he did.
Perfect. Now you're saying he did at 19. So
Yes.
explain in 19 when he says, whatever the Father does, the Son does also. How does that not make him equal to God, brother?
All right. I will start at 18 and then just now let me speak because you have spoke. For this reason, they tried to all the more to kill him. Not was he only breaking the Sabbath, but he was even calling God his own father, making himself equal with God. Jesus gave them this answer. Very truly, I tell you, the Son can do nothing by himself. So he was distinguishing himself from God.
Keep
Then
reading.
he
Read
said
the whole thing,
he
bro.
can do only
Yeah.
he can do only what he sees his father doing. Because whatever the father does, the son also does.
Good.
Which
Now you're
and
saying
then-
that doesn't make him equal to God?
Wait, you're interrupting me. For the father loves the son and shows him all he does.
Okay, brother.
Yes,
Good.
and he will show
We don't
him
disagree with that.
even
hey,
greater
muzzle,
works
muzzle, muzzle,
than these,
muzzle,
so that you will be
muzzle,
amazed.
muzzle.
So see, you're
hello,
scared. You're
hello,
scared.
hello. No, you're going on and on. You're trying to distract
Go
from the
to John
point.
20, man.
Okay, good. We'll go to John 20. But in 19, are you
Why
saying
not 20?
because we didn't finish 19? You said 19. You said 19 doesn't make him equal with God. Is that what you said?
They thought he was, but he was never. He never
Okay,
said
so
I'm
you're
equal with
so
God.
I'm
They
right. So
thought.
you're saying verse
Right.
19 is him claiming he's not equal with God, right?
Right.
Okay. Can you say say it
And
right?
verse
Prove
20.
it to me. I will admit
All right.
you're right, and I will concede to the debate.
But listen,
If
can you
hold
let
on,
me
hold on,
speak?
hold on, hold on. I will say I will declare you the winner of the debate if you say right now, I can do whatever Allah does. Go ahead.
No, wait, don't
No,
run.
no. Say
don't
that,
run.
and I will admit you. I will admit defeat, and I'll say you win the debate. Say, I can do whatever Allah does.
No.
No.
I can
Say
say,
Say that, please. No. If you're right, and that doesn't mean you're equal with God, and that's not committing shirk, then prove it to me. I'll admit defeat. I'll say you won the debate. You defeated Bear the Image, and we'll put it on a clip.
No,
I'll make a clip out of it.
I don't care about Bear
Just
the
say,
Image.
okay, good. Then just say
I don't
right
care
now.
about
Then
Bear. No one
prove it
knows
to
you,
me
right?
right now. Prove it to me right now. Say,
It's not like you're some
I
big
can
guy.
do whatever Allah does. Go ahead.
No,
Why not?
I can't say that.
Why? Why? It doesn't make you equal with God. It means you're not equal with
All right.
God, according to you.
All right. Can
Say
I
it.
answer, or are you gonna
Only
keep
if
interrupting
you're gonna say either you're gonna say
See,
no.
so
If you're
now
gonna
you're
say no
limiting my
again,
answer.
if listen, brother, if you deny saying it again, then you're proving my point that it means you're
Right,
equal
right,
with God.
right,
So
right.
go ahead.
All right.
If this actually doesn't mean you're making yourself equal with God, then you can repeat it. If you don't repeat it, you lost. It means it makes you
All right.
equal with God, and you're
All right,
lying.
so
So
now-
go ahead. I'm
now,
waiting to hear it.
All right.
Say I can
just-
do whatever Allah does. Say it.
No, I can't. I
Okay.
cannot, brother.
Thank
So
you very
now,
much.
You heard
You
me.
lost. Goodbye. You lost. You lost. This whole I'm gonna lie about the verse and say this is not making himself equal with God. You're gonna have to eat those words then, bro. Either we're gonna call you out and expose that you're a liar. You don't believe that because you won't even repeat those words. Why not? Why not? Why won't you repeat those words? Because you know if you do, you're committing shirk. You're committing shirk. That means you're making yourself equal with God. So if these words of Jesus mean he's not making himself equal with God, you should have no problem repeating them. But you can't. So that means you lost. You got exposed in the middle of a lie, something that you don't even believe. So that's what we're going to do right there. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. That does wrap up my time. Big Carnage, thank you so much for the other super chat. Not a hate. I'm just not used to it. I love it, to be honest. Yeah, no, I understand. Sometimes it's hard to read through text. I know you well enough to know this. You didn't literally mean it that way. It's just hard to adjust to something like that. But anyways, guys, I do got to get back to work. Guys, Bible study tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in my Discord, 100% free, Gospel of Matthew, 1 hour long, exactly 1 hour long, and then 30 minutes of Q&A right after. If you guys are free tonight, come join us in the Bible study. We'll be back tomorrow, Best Morning Live on TikTok. Best Morning Live on TikTok tomorrow. Actually, we'll be back on tomorrow, Best Morning Live on TikTok. Tomorrow is going to be a feast day for us, a big celebration for the Orthodox Church. We celebrate and commemorate the baptism of Christ. And there's a big, in our town with Orthodox Christians, there's a big celebration with that, a big event. So I'll probably be at that event, but I think we'll still be able to do the Best Morning Live on TikTok tomorrow. All right. Guys, thank you guys so much for everything, all the love you guys are showing. Guys, we're almost at 11,000 subscribers. Just last week, we hit 10,000. And I wasn't sure if we were going to hit 10,000 before the new year. Okay. We're at 10,987, guys. 13 away from hitting 11,000. Less than a week, we had just hit 10,000 subs. And I was unsure the week prior whether we were even going to hit it. We were like in a low 9,000s. So thank you guys for all the support, all the love you guys are showing the videos, because the videos are going a little viral and that's what's causing it. So thank you guys for all the love you guys showing, all the regulars. Thank you guys so much. It's a great start to the new year. A year from now, we want to be at 100K. 100K. So that's the goal. So we're working at it every day. Anyways, see you guys at the Bible study tonight. Wedding this upcoming Saturday. So if you guys, a lot of guys have been asking for a registry. We don't have a registry. But if you do want to contribute and show some love, PayPal, Zelle, all of that stuff was in the banner under YouTube, or you can go to my link trees or whatever the case is. It's all in there. PayPal is @beartheimage and Zelle is admin@beartheimage.com. All right, guys. Love you guys. God bless you guys. Also, Peace will be going live later today. So make sure you hit her a follow. She'll be going live right after me. So make sure you hit her a follow, show her some love. This week is a very, very busy week for us prepping for this wedding. But pray for us, okay? We're working really hard on trying to get this thing going. But love you guys. God bless you guys. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, now and forever, to the ages of ages. Amen.